Okay, bro. Let me know if you can. Can you still see this?
Yeah, I can see it, man.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so once again, I'm not gonna go too deep into it since you already know the basics. But to begin with, give me a second. Let me just put another one. Let's start with Yeti. To begin with, bro. So you know about the foundations that we have: support and demand, supply and no, my bad, support and resistance, supply and demand. We have some levels. We do have the SMAs, all of that. You pretty much know about the basics when it comes to that, right?
Yes,
Okay.
support, resistance, supply and demand. So like right there, you have a you have a you have a supply on the top and you have a demand. Right here on this chart, was it is it VEIT? It looks like it broke through support.
Yeah. Yeah, not
Yeah.
perfect, bro. I'm telling you that. So you definitely know how to read charts. So I'm okay. So we're just gonna jump straight into it instead of us kind of like going back and forth. Okay, so easy. Now let me remove all of this. So what I see, I'm gonna just tell you straight up my strategy. And my bad, my cat is just in front of my light, and he's just doing
Good.
whatever he wants. So I'm gonna tell you straight up my strategy, and then you tell me if there's some key points that I'm missing or something that you're not really understanding, and we're gonna go from there. Since you already
Okay.
know pretty much the basics, and I don't want to confuse you with more things that you shouldn't pretty much be thinking about it. Okay, so my strategy just revolves on the following thing, bro. So I trade mid cap stocks and I trade small cap stocks, right? Now, I do not do options. I do not do forex. I do not do crypto. The only thing that I do is I trade shares, meaning that whatever price I buy it at, that's pretty much the price that I'm gonna be selling at. And it doesn't matter if I'm gonna hold it in for 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, who knows, even 100 fucking years. It doesn't really matter. I'm never gonna lose. I'm never gonna lose a premium. Time decays never gonna kick in. Nothing like that. Because at the end of the day, it's just shares, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now with that in mind, now the strategy itself is going to go as follow. Look, so whenever I see a stock, well, first thing that I look at is going to be that the stock's going to be in the bullish momentum. Now, you do know the basics between bullish and bearish,
Yes.
all the trend lines and all of that. Okay, so perfect. So bullish momentum is going to be a stock that's going to be going up, and of course, bearish momentum is a stock that's going to be going down. So we're going to be looking at stocks that are actually going to be going up. In essence, in this one right here, this stock it's called Yeti, and I actually found this stock like not even 3 days ago with my students, and we went in. But I'm gonna show you the exact same method on why I went in, the exact requirements that I was looking at, and everything. Now, I do have two charts. As you can see, the first chart is going to be the daily time frame. I have that on my left side, and I have the right side. I have the 1 minute time frame. As of right now, we're gonna focus straight up just on the daily. And to be quite honest, you can only, if you want to use just the daily. To be honest, you can only use the daily. But I have two just in case because I have two monitors plus my laptop. I have more room to play around with. But if I only had my laptop, I swear I would only be using one chart, not two. Now, with that pretty much out of the way, the second thing is that you should not be using indicators. I'm pretty sure you know that every singular indicator is a lagging indicator, and the last thing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
want, yeah, the last thing that you want is going to be for you to be using a lagging indicator, meaning that the move's going to happen 5 to 10 minutes after the indicator is going to tell you, okay, buy or sell. So that's why they're called a lagging indicator, and that's why you don't want them. So in essence, you don't want to use the MACD, you don't want to use RSI, ever RSI. You don't want to use none of them. Um, and the reason being is, once again, it's a lagging indicator, and you're pretty much going to be playing with your judgment because an indicator is going to tell you to go long, and another indicator is going to tell you to go short, and all of that. Now, the only indicators that I use, I'm not going to lie, I'm saying all of this, but it's kind of ironic. I still use indicators, but not in the way that you might think. The only
Yeah.
indicators that I use is going to be the following. It's going to be the simple moving averages. Now, you know what are simple moving averages, right?
Yeah, moving averages, simple moving averages. Yes, I use the 13. I don't know. The 13's all right, but I see over here you got three,
Yeah. No, I actually got four. Okay,
four.
perfect. Since you
Okay.
already know moving averages, it pretty much shows the average number or the average price for the set amount of days that you set it up for. So I have four. I have the 10, 21, 50, and 200, right? So those are
Gotcha.
the only four that you're going to use on the daily time frame. The 10, 21, 50, and 200. Now, Once again, I told you that you shouldn't be using indicators, but these are the only ones that you're gonna use. But once again, we're not gonna use them in the thing that you're and the way that you're thinking that we're gonna use them. The way that we're gonna use them is gonna be the following. We're gonna use them as an entry point and exit point. Once again, we're not thinking about, oh, when the 10 crosses the 21 or when the 200 crosses the 21, that's when we enter. Now fuck that, bro. I'm telling you, all of that is just a lagging indicator. You do not want to even, yeah, you do not
Gotcha.
even want to think about it. Yeah.
Because I used to do it, but like you said, man, I found out fast as fuck that that shit does not work. You know, so I just stick to like
It
you know
doesn't.
percent.
It doesn't, bro. I'm telling you, it doesn't. The move actually happens either before or after. It never ever happens right before. I mean, right when the lines are crossing. If that
Of
makes sense.
course, yeah, you find out the hard way.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So even I tried that way back in 2021, and it never ever worked. So me, what I did back in the day, I was actually bro, I'm telling you, I still have a picture. It's in my Snapchat. I gotta pretty much look for it. But it was a picture of me using SMAs. Like I'm telling you, bro, like seven SMAs in one chart. The
Yeah,
MACD, the RSI, some random fucking arrows on the top. Bro, it was just a fucking mess. So okay, once again, the only reason why we're gonna use these SMAs are gonna be for us to go in and go out. That is it, nothing else. And it's just gonna be a confluence of on a strategy for us to go in. Now, our strategy is going to be the following. I gave you somewhat of a baseline on what are these lines right here, so that's why we have it. Now, the strategy itself, whenever we see a stock itself, we're going to make sure that we have the next four requirements. Now, the first requirement is going to be that a stock has to be in a bullish momentum, as you can see right here, bullish, going up on an uptrend. So once the stock has made a huge move up, boom, that's your first thing for you to be like, okay, now this stock's gonna be on my radar. Second requirement, now this is where the SMAs are gonna play with the whole strategy. You're gonna make sure that the SMAs, simple moving averages, are all stacked up, all on top of each other in a numerical order. Pretty much that the 10 is on top of the 21, the 21 is on top of the 50, the 50 is on top of the 200. Do you know what this means?
that means they're all moving bullish. That means the stock is on a bullish run.
Perfect, bro. Yeah, I don't really gotta pretty much put too much work into it. Perfect. That right there means that we are on a strong bullish momentum. Okay, so perfect. Now, before we continue to the third requirement, what's the first requirement?
So the first requirement is you're looking for a stock that's in a bullish momentum that
Perfect.
has broken the last support.
Not really. I mean, that's gonna happen by byproduct, but that's not really what
Yeah,
I'm looking
okay,
for.
gotcha. So it's just a bullish momentum.
Just bullish momentum, pretty much a stock that has made a huge move up. Second requirement.
That all SMAs are stacked up on there. You got the 9 stacked up, the 21 stacked up, the 50, and the 200.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. But it's not the nine, it's the 10. I guess you can use the nine, but I usually use the 10.
Okay, I'll change it to the 10.
Yeah. And that's gonna be only on the daily time frame.
Only on the daily.
Yeah.
Only on the daily. So you only trade on the daily. You don't go into like the 1 hour or
Oh
none of
no,
that.
nah, fuck no, bro. Hell no, just
All right.
daily, just daily, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like to, I don't like to look at all the noise that's happening, the 5 minute, 2 minute, 1 hour, bro. Because a lot of shit just happens, bro. The stock itself is gonna fluctuate a lot throughout the whole time. I'd rather just look at it on the long term vision. So, for example, I'd rather just get this whole move rather than just catching this little part from here to here. You know?
Yeah. Understood, man. I got it.
Okay, perfect. So now we have those two requirements. Now, this is where 90% of the strategy is going to play out. And this is pretty much where you're going to have to be patient. Because trust me, bro, I'm pretty sure you already know this, but your patience is going to pay the bills in the stock market, bro. It's not going to be you forcing a trade. It's not going to be you going into a trade just thinking that you're going to make money, you gambling, nothing like that. Patience. So now we have made a huge move up. The semis are stocked up. Now what we need is for the price action to retract back to the 10 SMA, and that is when we enter. My apologies, my bad. That is not when we enter. We enter is once we see some volume at the SMA. Just because we touched the 10 SMA doesn't mean that we just got to enter. And I'm gonna show you a clear example. And actually, this stock, and this is exactly when we enter. So look, we made a huge move up. We came back down, and it touched the 10, right? You might think, okay, that's a strategy. That's what we entered. No, look, no volume whatsoever. My bad. Why the fuck is this? Okay, no volume whatsoever once we touch the 10. Second day, no volume, no volume, no volume. I mean, a little bit of volume, but we were not breaking the 10. And then this day, we broke the 10 with more volume than the past couple of days. And this is buying volume, by the way, as you can see right there. So the yellow color that you see is green, and the blue color that you see is supposed to be red. I usually have it like
Gotcha.
this. Yeah, so I don't play too much with my psychology. So the yellow color is supposed to be red. I mean green. The blue is supposed to be red. Now, this day we had a shit ton of volume, and as soon as we broke the 10 with this type of volume, I said, okay, you know what? I told my students, but I'm telling you on live, I told them, okay, this is when we're gonna go in, and that's exactly when we went in. So once again, just so we can pretty much retrace back to the strategy. Now, and I'll show you more examples, and I'll show exactly how to find every singular stock, just so you can see for yourself at 9:30 in the morning, exactly when the market opens. Look, once again, stock made a huge move up. SMA stuck up. Now we have the stock actually coming back down to the 10, and we actually touched the 10. We didn't say volume, we didn't enter. And then on this day, the stock actually caught my attention, and I was like, you know what? This is time for me to enter. So I entered on this day once we broke the 10, and I put my stop loss all the way at the low of the day. Mind you, we are doing shares. We're not doing none of that options, nothing like that. Because I'm telling you, options, you can put your stop all the way at the low of the day, bro. That's just gonna fluctuate. You're always gonna be losing way more than what you were expecting. So now we put our stop all the way at the low of the day, and now look at this right now, and I'll show you exactly how much money I'm making from Yeti. Look at this. So we put the stop all the way at the low of the day. Look, this right here itself in the past one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. In the past week, bro, I have already made a one, two, three risk to reward.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, I mean, you already know about trading, bro. This is a phenomenal trade so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Phenomenal, man.
yeah,
And you always go for a 1 to 2, but 1 to 3 is even better.
yeah. And I'm telling you, bro, this is nothing. I usually get 1 to 10, so 1 to, bro. I caught a 1 to 30 one time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I'll show you that one as well. And then after that, I'll show you my portfolio on today. But look, as of right now, this is amazing, right? And then I went on a second time once we actually broke structure. And you pretty much know what that means. So there was a resistance level at 39.19. And as you can see right here, we broke it on the following day. Once again, let me remove this. We broke it on the following day with even more volume. So at this point, I told my team once again, I said, hey, listen, we are breaking structure and we have more volume than yesterday. And this shit doesn't look like it's gonna stop at any given point. So we went in once again with our stop loss all the way at the low of the day, as you can see, right? So I went in twice on this stock already. So I had my first position this day, the second on the following day because we broke structure. And as of right now, bro, I'm telling you, bro. So as of right now, I'm making money from my first position and even my second. And still, it doesn't look like it's gonna go down at all. But even if it comes back down, as of right now, we're all the way at the top right here. We're all the way at 43.14. And if it comes back down, there's two things that I'm mainly looking for. When it comes back down to the 10 SMA, because that's the place where we enter, that's the place where we also exit. If we close, if you're gonna see the candlestick closing under the 10 SMA, and the stock market is about to close, of course. At that point, you should cut it and actually take profits 100% of everything. But if we're not closing under the 10 and we just came back down just to retest it, and you see a shit ton of volume, let's say like this day, bro, go back again for a third time. And trust me, 9 times out of 10, it's just gonna fly once again. I know this because I've already done this 100 different times, and I'll show you one of them that blew up almost 300%. And I went in that one three times because it came back down, seen some volume, went back again. Okay, so as of right now, is everything clear? Do you have any questions before we continue?
No, everything's clear, man. It looks like a good strategy. I see that you wait for the volume to reach, and right here
Yeah.
you see that. So it the day before it was a big seller, had a lot of sell volume, but it didn't go like it didn't break structure, and
Yeah,
then the next day it shot up right here. So my question right here would be, did you wait? So because that big candle right there represents a day.
yeah. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you wait for the whole candle to close to get into your position?
No, no,
At the
I
end of
didn't.
the day,
I didn't, bro.
you did.
So what happened was I went in. I'll show you exactly in a minute, and that's when I use the 1 minute time frame as well. I usually don't use it, but I'll show you exactly how it happened. So
Okay.
I used it, bro. As soon as we were breaking this structure right here at 37:53, which is the day last day. What the fuck I'm saying? The prior day high, right? That was one
Gotcha.
structure that we were trying to break. And also, besides being the prior day high, we seen a bunch of sellers. We seen that 3 days ago, actually 4 days ago, we also rejected the same level.
I see
So
that. Yeah.
once again, and bro, I'm telling you, everything was pretty much into confluence with the whole strategy, bro. Once again, we broke it. Well, volume came in, and we were also breaking the 10 SMA. Everything's just a plus, plus, plus. I said, okay, it's a no-brainer. Let's go in.
Okay,
So
I see what you're talking about. So it broke structure right here. So
yeah,
you're waiting for it to break the last high of the day before. So it broke structure. It broke over the 10 SMA, and you got in around, I would say, like maybe 11, 10 o'clock.
yeah. Let me show you. So 37:53. Let me go and put it into 5 minute. So 37:53. It's right here. Yeah, right here. Around 37. Let's see what time. Around 9 in the morning my time. It was 10 your time.
Gotcha.
And
So
you
around
could
10 o'clock.
yeah
Okay, that's simple. Yeah, yeah, man. And I see right here, I see what you're talking about. Because, yeah, and then as soon as it broke through, you got in,
yeah yeah
and then you just you let the MMAs on the daily take over.
yeah. And also
Amazing.
once you move to the one, I usually use the 1 minute, but right now I'm using the 5 minutes so I can scroll through the days easily. But once we broke that structure, the prior day high, let me just change just so you can actually see it in a better perspective. Let me change this to fuck it yellow. I really don't care. Once we broke the prior day high, let me put a little circle. Boom. It was a rejection level as well, right? Rejection
Yeah.
level, prior day high, a bunch of sellers. And I was looking at the 1 minute, and on the 1 minute, we broke it. And also, we came in with a lot of volume, more volume than pretty much than the time that we opened. And as you can see, we just flew right past it. So I told my team, okay, let's go in, set your stop loss all the way at the low of the day, which is going to be all the way right here. And after that, all we gotta do is just set and forget. I'm telling you, it's as simple as that. And just let it ride. It's either gonna come back down and touch your stop, which at the end of the day we really don't care because we're always risking the same amount, 0.5% of our account. And I'll show you exactly how to get to that. But as of right now, I'm teaching you the strategy. And then after that, look, let me actually just before anything, let me put this with green so you can see it.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now.
Boom, green, and this right here is gonna be red. The low of the day is gonna be red. And mind you, I still haven't taken profit, so everything's pretty much not realized. So look, as soon as we enter, look at this magic. We never came back down to test the low, pretty much our stop loss like ever.
I
Look,
see that, man.
look,
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
look. That's what I'm saying.
You can't hold it.
So I'm telling you, bro, I'm not just catching one or two, maybe three, maybe four candlesticks. I'm catching the whole day. See this? I'm catching the whole day, bro. That's exactly what you want. And I'm telling you, and the reason why this is so powerful is because at least myself, bro, I just forget about the stock and I just let it do what it wants to do, and I'm telling you, bro, I don't really think about it, and that's how I can pretty much just let it ride. I can pretty much be stress free. Look at this, just look at this. Ever since we enter,
Oh wow, yeah, man, you caught the whole thing.
yeah, and mind you, I still haven't taken profits. Look. So now imagine if again I don't really like to do this, but imagine if you would have played options, which that's pretty much gonna be a class for another day, but it's gonna be a little bit different. But I typically don't play options, bro. Just letting you know, because if this works, well, why switch it?
Why? Yeah,
Why
why?
fix
Right?
it?
Like something. Yeah,
Yeah, if
I
it's not
understand.
broken, perfect. Okay, so now you can see right here the whole move pretty much. something that a lot of people want to get. And I'm telling you, bro, I'm pretty sure as of right now, you might be thinking, bro, the whole move, there's no way that you can catch that. When in reality, when I enter a stock, I typically just sell after this move from here to here, right?
Yeah, that's how it is in options, man.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I
like,
usually do.
you're like, bro, fuck it. I need to sell. I need to look in some profits, and then you miss out on the whole move the next day or the next
Wow.
day. Look, or the next day. You see?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Now, okay, and today we actually reached all-time high, as you can see. But now let me show you, bro, the beauty about this whole thing. Let me show you one. Actually, before anything, let me just show you my portfolio so you can see exactly that I'm into the stock. Schwab. There you go, right here. Mhm. Okay, perfect. Let me see. Okay, I just logged in. Schwab, and today, bro, it wasn't one of the best days. Could have been worse. Could have been better. It's fine, but so far $328. Right, not the best, not the worst. It's fine. We'll take it. And look.
But I mean, from what I see, $320 is good for a day, man. Not anybody makes that in a day. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean? As a regular employee,
yeah. My brain's just fucked, right?
yeah, I'm like, man, $300 a day, man. That's a lot for me right now. You know, I've been trying.
Yeah. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get you to this level. So now, look, we're gonna go into Yeti. This is Yeti. So far today, I was able to make $100 just in Yeti, right? And it should be in essence with the stock itself. I think I'm up like $800. I mean, if you do the math, 4,800 times 10%.
Yeah, about $900.
Yeah, around
Yeah.
$900 that I have made already so far. But only in the day, I have made only $100. I think yeah, I think there's a setting that I can add right here just so I can see the total amount, but it's fine. I usually love to just see the percentage. Oh, that's another thing, bro. I get desensitized on the money because I just have the percentage enabled. I don't see. I'm telling you, I don't see the numbers. I fucking hate to see the numbers because if I see a shit ton of money, I rather just take profits. I just love to see the percentages. But yeah, so far in the day, $100. But oh no, in Yeti, I have made $900 with this move right here, as you can see, this one. Okay, so now, yeah, so now that that's out of the way, let me show you another one right now that I'm actually in. As in right now, I'm gonna show you every single one of the stocks that I'm in, and then I'll show you one that I caught that it was 300. That was a 30 to 1 risk to reward, bro. Look, another one is Sonos, which is I'm also up like 700%, right? All in all, Sonos, you can see right here, $9,000 times 7.6. On the day, I made $152, but all in all, I'm up like 900, maybe 1,000. I really don't know. I actually don't know, bro, because I just see percentages. And then I'll show you exactly when we take profits and all of that. So let's go and look at Sonos real quick. Sono. Look, it's the same. I actually have everything okay mapped out because I was explaining this to my students this morning. Let me just get rid of this so you can see it. Okay, it's the same thing. Clear drawing. So I'm telling you, bro, the strategy never changes. The strategy is the same thing. Okay, Sonos, it was on my watch list for a while. I'm not gonna lie, Sonos has been on my watch list for like a month, maybe like 3 weeks. My bad. Let me get rid of this as well. But the strategy is the same. Huge move up. Oh, what the hell? Right there. Huge move out to the top. And because we have a move out to the top, first of all, a lot of people are gonna say, oh, or a lot of people just have fear of missing out. They have FOMO, right? They think, okay, it just made a huge move out to the top. I'd rather just go in right now and actually pretty much FOMO, right? They just go in because they think it's gonna keep on going higher. But the one thing that they don't understand is they still can actually come back down. In this case, we actually came back down. And also, one thing that you got to understand is that a lot of people on the opposite side, they think that, oh, if we made a move on the past 3 days of 50%, there's no fucking way that on the next 10 days we're going to make another move of another 10%, right? But in reality, yes, it's 100% possible that it can happen. And this is a clear example why it can happen. So, once again, this talk made a huge move out to the top. Second requirement, SMAs, the 10 is on top of the 21. The 21 is on top of the 50. The 50 is on top of the 200, right? And then when we enter, it wasn't when we actually came back down the first time to touch the the 50, I mean the 10 SMA, because you can see right here we have selling pressure, selling pressure, selling pressure. The day that we came in, it was this day on September, my bad, November 21st, right?
Hmm.
It was this day, but my bad. This day was when I actually got it on my watch list. When we came in, it was the second day, and this is the same strategy, bro. Look, we actually seen that the volume was coming in strong, and also the last day we seen that we had a lot of volume. So we went in on this day, bro, as soon as the market opened, because I already knew that the last day we had a volume, and that was pretty much everything that I needed to know about it. So we had volume, and I went in. Let me show you this. Let me go back on the 1 minute right here. Look, perfect. So this is exactly how it went down. We're in the 5 minute, but I usually use the 1 minute. We came in, and this is what I told my team, bro. I told my team, okay, as soon as the moment that we break 1683, we're gonna go in. Let me put this 1683. We're going in with the low of the day being 1673 is gonna be our stop loss, and that's it. As the moment that we break this high, that's when we're gonna go in. And bro, we broke it, and I'm telling you, we just shot up after that. And I'm gonna put this in red so you can see it. And once again, it's the same play. Volume coming in, and the SMAs are stuck up, and we have a bullish momentum. That is it. There's nothing else. And bro, I'm telling you, we had volume, a shit ton of volume in that day. And then after that, bro, we just look at this. We just flew. Look, see
Oh
that?
wow. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. And now,
Okay.
look at this. And now, this is the good part about it. The second day, we actually went in. My bad, not the second day. The third day, we went in once again. So, bro, we have two entries on this stock. Can you see why? I'm just gonna put this right here as a hint. But you tell me why did we go in on the third day? This was the first day. Second, this is the third day.
Because it broke the last high right here. The day before. No, no, no. It broke the other support because there's another support right there. You
Support.
see? I mean, yeah, right. I'm running out of support resistance. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, you talking about this one?
Yeah, yeah. It broke that last because the resistance is down here. Yeah, that's the last one. That's the last lower. That's the last higher high.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So doesn't yeah, perfect. So you got it. We broke.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So you saw. Oh, you saw. So you got it right here because the day before it broke the last higher high of the day before, and it was a resistance at one point. So once it broke through, you went in, and then you saw that it broke the high of day, so you went in again because it has momentum still.
yeah, yeah, definitely, exactly that, bro. Exactly that. That is it. In reality, bro, I couldn't go in on this day, but to be honest, bro, the SMAs are not were not the best. This is actually a little bit messed up, but look, the SMAs were not the best. You got the what's the name of it? You got the 21 on top of the 10. You got the 10 on top of the 50. The SMAs are not the best. And then once the next day actually came in, the SMAs actually fluctuated a little bit better, and that's
I
when I
see
went
that.
in. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna ask, why didn't you go the day before? So you, so when you're going in, so you wake up what by 8 o'clock in the morning, and you look at the daily, right?
yeah.
And you're like, okay, are the SMAs stacked? And then this one is stacked. So you went in and there. How come you didn't go in at 17.15? What wasn't that the last high of the day?
Which one?
Or
Which one? This
on
one?
here on Sono? So like it's right there at 17.15. You see the wick right here?
17.15.
Yeah, go
17.
down a little bit more.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
that
one.
it's a
Oh,
wick. You see the wick right
yeah.
there?
I mean
What made you go
that
in
could have
earlier?
that could have been my. To be honest, I could have waited for that confirmation, but bro, at that point, the stock would have already run up like a good percentage, and I didn't want to miss it.
Ah, okay.
Look. Let me actually show you. I know exactly what you're talking about. Look, let me actually show you. Let me go back right here. Okay, so look, this is how it went down on the 5 minute, right? So if I would have
Yeah.
waited for the prior day high, which is this one, right? Let me switch that up to yellow. Fuck it, we're just gonna use yellow, right? If I would have waited for this time, look, I would have missed out on this move, right? And
Yeah.
why I went in as soon as we took the first the first minute candle high. The reason being is because I already had a shit ton of credibility and a lot of confidence from the prior day. Because the prior day we had a shit ton of volume. You can see right here, this volume is way greater than the
Yeah, I
other
see the
ones.
volume.
So that right there already gave me a lot of confidence. And plus, we open up. Look, when we open up way above than the price that we closed on the last day that we had a
Last
shit
lower
ton of
high.
volume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, I already knew. Once again, bro, this strategies can always pretty much not go your way. But in this case, I told my team, hey, I'm gonna take the risk. If I'm gonna lose, I'm still gonna lose 0.5%. But even if I lose, if we ever come back down to actually test this high right here, let me put this right there. If we ever come back down to test this high, I'm still gonna go back in. So regardless, I told myself if this takes me out right here, fuck it, I'm gonna come back down. And whenever we actually break this, we're gonna go back in. So once again, the reason why I went in as soon as we broke this first minute candle high is because I already had a shit ton of credibility and confidence from the last day because a lot of volume.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense,
yeah, but
man.
I
No, I
didn't.
actually understood. But
Yeah,
you could have. Okay, gotcha.
no, I mean
Yeah,
I could
so
have
that's
gone.
what you're talking about. Because if you would have got stopped out here, you would have been like, okay, my first L. Let me wait until it breaks the higher of the high, and then you would have got in and you would have made your money back.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, 100%. That's exactly how it went down. And also, I could have. But I'm telling you, this day I could have gone in, but the strategy is not playing out the same. Yes, we have volume, but the SMAs are pretty much stacked up, all like pretty much not in order. So that's one thing that I do not like. You know?
They're not okay. You want them in order. You don't want them stacked.
Yeah, yeah. One of them, you got the 10, 20, bro, 10, 21, 15, 200, right? And that is exactly how it went down on the first entry. Now the second entry came back in. This right here is the first day. On this day, why? Because once again we have a big sign of seller pressure, not once, not twice, not three, not four, but five different times, right? That we were trying to break it. But guess what? We broke it with a shit ton of volume. Just look at this volume when we
Yeah, I
broke
see
it.
it. And then the candle's huge, man.
Yeah, so I'm
It's a
telling you,
big
bro.
candle.
Like the moment we went in, this shit just flew. Like I'm telling you, it just went like crazy. Like let me show you. Is this one right here? Look, and it happened as soon as we opened, bro. Actually, let me. I usually use the 1 minute because I don't know. I'm telling you, I just love to take bigger risks because the 1 minute it allows you to take more risk. Look, this is what happened. So I was waiting for this to open. We opened up here, and I told myself I could easily take it after we actually break the first minute high, but I actually waited for us to break this thing right here, which is the. Let me switch this up to yellow so you can see it once again. Because this was a big resistance level, and once we broke it, we actually the on the next following candles we had a shit ton of volume coming in as well. So I said, "Fuck it." I went in, and this was my second entry of for this stock. So all in all, I have like $10,000 in this stock. Boom, right here. So this is my second entry with the stop being at the low of the day. And you can pretty much see on the first entry how much money I've made and my risk to reward in the first entry. And my second entry is the same thing. Even my second entry is a 1, 2, 3. And the
It's
first,
still going.
yeah. And the first entry is like a 1 to 5, maybe 1 to 10. You see that?
I see it.
Yeah. And let me just switch this up to the 15 minute just so you can see. Okay, this is not trying to move. Let me maybe 30 minute. Okay, now it's moving for some reason. So look, the first entry, this is the 30 minute chart. The first entry, look, we caught the whole move with the first entry. See that?
Yeah.
The second entry, we were still able to catch the whole move again, bro. So, bro, I'm telling you, there's one, and we're still going higher. And even today, we closed with a shit ton of volume, as you can see right here. So this one, I'm really confident. But let's say that you're waiting for this, you're actually waiting for this to actually come back down, touch the 10. At this point, guess what? The strategy is gonna repeat itself. Why? Because we're gonna let me switch this to
Because
why.
it's a bullish momentum.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you, the strategy always repeats itself. Why? Because we're gonna go up once again, as you can see right here, and let's say tomorrow, the next day, or who knows, in the following week, or we can have the stock decides to come back down, and a lot of people are gonna think, oh, now it's time for me to sell. But guess what? Let's say we touch the 10 and we come back with a shit ton of volume. That's your point for you not to cut it, but for you to come in with more another entry. Now you're gonna double down and you're gonna make more money when it goes up. But of course, if it comes back down and we actually we're gonna close under the 10, you pretty much know what that means, right? Let's say we're
Yeah.
this one we're closing under the 10. At that point, just cut it off completely and you're donezo with the stock as of right now. Because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, whenever we close under the 10, this is just gonna go back down.
I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Sono, and now I'm gonna show you this one right here. Actually, fuck it, let's show you Macy's before we show you the other one. Look, we also got Macy's. It's crazy on Macy's, and even today we got a shit ton of volume.
Yeah, and it's still going. Oh wow.
Yeah, well, I showed you Macy's, but let me go back and show you once again. So Macy's right here, you can see right here, Macy's. Today we made negative $76, but all in all, we are up 6% on pretty much $6,000, right? So I'm bad with numbers, but yeah, that's pretty much how much went in up on Macy's. But look, once again, the same thing. And I'm telling you, but you're gonna get tired of me saying it, but it's gonna be the same thing. Huge move up to the top. EMAs stocked up, my bad, SMA stocked up. You got the 10, 21, 50, and 200. Okay, now that you have that, now we're waiting for a retracement back to the 10. This day we actually came back down, not a lot of volume. Matter of fact, we closed under the 10. We're still coming back down. And then let me make this a little bit bigger. And then the day that me and my team went in was this day right here. We couldn't go on this day, but honestly, bro, the way that everything played out, actually didn't like it. But this day we actually went in. But I'm telling you, the moment the market opened, we went in because this day is not showing that we're having a lot of volume, but the candlestick itself is showing us that it's somewhat balanced. There's a lot of sellers, but there's a lot of buyers as well. So the moment we open up a little bit higher than the prior day. That pretty much gave me confidence for me to go in, and of course the volume came in strong that day. So once again on this one, so whenever this happens, I'm gonna show you exactly how I play it out. So whenever this happens, whenever we actually take it, let's say on the next day rather than not taking it on the first day, how it happens is, let me pull up the 1 minute time frame. I already explained it to you, but I'm gonna go more in depth now. How it happens is the moment that we actually open, I'm gonna wait for the first minute candle to open up and for us to actually break the highest point of the first minute candle. As you can see right here, this time we could have taken it, but to be honest, we took it like around this time once we came back down and retested it because we missed it actually on this pretty much in this 10, 15, 20 minute time frame. But that is pretty much my strategy on the next day. So I'm gonna wait for the first 1 minute candle to form. As soon as we take the highest point of the first minute candle, which is gonna be this one, that's when we take it. So let's say you could have taken it on this day, maybe on the second minute. Okay, fine, and you put your stop all the way at the bottom, such as in this case right here, it's gonna be 2054. You're just gonna ride it all the way to the top. And look, we never came back down to test the stop loss at all. I mean, we did, but not exactly at 2054. We came back down at 2057, which I'm telling you, would never gotten stopped out to begin with. And look at this. We're just riding all the way to the top. Look, after that, Macy's just went straight up high. Look, look.
I see it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Pre-market hours, we almost got stopped out, but still not. We just recovered. That just means that we have a lot of buying pressure. So I'm telling you, bro, this strategy is simple as that. And look, I'm gonna show you this one, RGTI, bro. This one is crazy. Look, I still have the lines. This one, let me see. I think I have the my regular lines that I had. Nope, I deleted them all. But bro, I took it right here. I took it at 16.99, and I rode it all the way to the top to $58. And I sold everything once we broke the 10 at 47. So I made, look, I'm gonna put this for example right here. I made, bro, this is a 1 to 50 risk to reward, as you can see. And I'll show you exactly how it played out. I made 236% just on this stock alone.
Oh wow. So let's yeah you so let's say you put $1,000. You would have made like what? Shit, like $2,000 back. It's gonna be a lot.
Way more than that, bro. Way more.
Yeah.
And bro, and this one I took like three entries or like two entries. But look, let me show you. Let me delete all of this, and I'll show you once again. So when it played out, it was like this. Uh, no, there you go, like this. So this is exactly when it played out. When it came to my watch list, it was exactly like this. And what I seen is the same strategy. We made a huge move up to the top. SMAs are pretty much stocked up. You see the 10 on the top of the 21, then the 50 and the 200, right? Now, the last thing that I was waiting for, it was some volume. And of course, this day right here, we actually had some good volume on this day when we finally broke him, but the SMAs are still fucked up. And now, the day that I entered, it was on this day, right? And why did I enter? It was, I'm telling you, bro, on the first in the first 10 minutes, this volume was way greater than the last day. The volume was like around here on the first 10 minutes. At that point, I said, okay, I'm not waiting for this shit to actually develop anymore. I'm going in, right? So I went in on this around, I guess it was 8:40 my time. So like I'm telling you, and also we were breaking the highest point of yesterday's day. So my stop loss was around here. And last thing, it was that besides that, the same day, I'm telling you, bro, the same day, as you can see right here, we broke this resistance line, as you can see. And then at that point, that even gave me more confidence for me to go in. And I went in, not with a lot of money. I think I went in with like 2,500. But I was still able to make like a shit ton of money in this one. As you can see so far, bro, the moment that I went in, this shit just blew like 20%.
Dang.
Do you see why?
I see.
So we have this right here, this resistance line. We have the second resistance line, and the third time when we actually rejected that line. And besides that, when we went in, we had a shit ton of volume. Look at that volume. Once again, bro, in the first 10 minutes of the market, this volume was like around here. Like, well, like we were overtaking
We
yesterday's volume.
automatically. Oh, yeah. It was automatically like the buyers took over, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Off.
Yeah, and then after that, bro, I was looking for us to actually break this level, and we also broke it. And I'm telling you, I made like 20% on this day. And mind you, the S&P 500 can barely give you like anywhere from like 8% to like 12% every 12 months. And I'm pretty sure you know that, right?
Yeah, of course. Like the most will give you was like 9% on a good
Yeah,
month.
bro. And I'm telling you,
Good
bro,
year, yeah.
that's shit, bro. I was able to make 20% in just under a day. I know, bro. I know. And then, bro,
Yeah, I see it, man. Wow. And then you got your strategy out right there. Stacked up EMAs, SMAs, break of high, break of support, go in, and then you didn't get out. So right here, around $30.
no, no,
Right here.
I didn't get out. The reason why.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how did you? So since it closed right in the middle, you were like, all right, I ain't gonna
No, we
get
didn't
out
close,
yet.
bro. We never closed under it. We never closed under it.
Ah, okay.
Look. Let me look. I'm gonna, bro. I'm telling you, because I was, bro. This day, it's not like I was behind the screen. First of all, bro, to begin with, every morning I'm in the charts. Well, before I started teaching others, I was on the charts for like no more than 20 minutes in the morning, and then in the afternoon, like 30 minutes before the market closed, I'll be in the charts. But that is it. I'm telling you, I would spend no more than an hour looking at the charts every day, and I will make a shit ton of money. Right now, since I have students, now I'm on live with them for like a good hour, just in case if they have any questions, and we go from there. But
Okay.
look, this day right here, we were bro, look, we didn't close at all. And bro, you don't even gotta zoom it in, bro. We never closed this day. It was September 30. We never closed. The second day, we didn't even close, bro. We opened. We actually opened. I'm not gonna lie. This actually had me kind of worried because we opened right under the 10, and I was like, "Fuck!" I guess today. I told myself, if today we close under the 10, I'm gonna cut it off, right? But guess what? We closed right above it with decent volume. Not really the best volume, but decent volume. We closed right above it, and I'm telling you, the buyers were stepping in like crazy. And once again, this in volume, the volume was actually greater than the last day. And guess what? I didn't go in this day because still the candlestick doesn't look the best, but it's we're still bullish, but it doesn't look the best. So I didn't go in, but the next day, bro, the next day, since we opened up right at the 10, and we actually, bro, we opened up right at the 10, and pretty much as soon as we opened up, we're like way higher than yesterday's day. I told myself, okay, if we break the first 5 minute high, I'm taking it. So I took it, let's say it was like around here, and this was my second entry. Stop loss, it goes all the way at the low of the day. Let me put it like this.
Because it didn't break above the 10. So you were like, well, it has a bullish movement. So are you going to go right back in? It's a strategy
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, and
You're
not
going to
only that,
stack.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I
The
see.
strategy is always gonna play out even when the stock goes down. So you see, even when it goes down, that's another opportunity for you to go in. And guess what? This day we had a shit ton of volume, and bro, that just gave me more credibility and more confidence. So you see it?
I see it, man. I see it. Yeah, I see it. Definitely see it.
Yeah. So that was my second entry, and bro, guess what? I had a third entry on this stock, which it was right here. So you see right here how we actually broke this level and we had a shit ton of volume. I already knew,
Hmm.
bro, that I already knew that investors, I already knew that bankers were actually buying the shit out of this stock. So what I told myself is, at this point, bro, if we were to set the the stop loss all the way at the low of the day, I'm pretty sure I probably would have put less than $500, and I'm gonna explain you why, and so you just so you can understand a little bit better. But in essence, it wasn't my best interest for me to go in back again as soon as we break this level. My best interest would be the next day, and we were gonna play the same strategy. Just wait for the first 1 minute candle to open up and for us to take over and then for us to send it, right? And the reason why I did that is because once again we broke this level that we rejected once, not once but twice, and then once we actually broke it with a shit ton of volume, I went in the second day playing the 1 minute strategy. My bad, the third day. So this was my third entry. And as you can see, bro, every single entry had easily more than a 5x on risk to reward. See that?
Damn, I see it.
And of course, bro, and of course now this is where our exit plan comes around. You might be thinking, okay, I'm never gonna sell unless we break under the 10, which you can easily do that. You can maximize your profits like that. But me, what I love to do is I definitely like to take profits at the following levels. Let me just show you right here. So I went in right here, right? My first take profit is always going to be at 20%. So the moment that I went in, once we hit 20%, such as in this case, 20% was at $21, I always, just so I know, I always put a line, and once we hit it, it could be any color. I'm just putting the green right now. Once we hit it, at that point, I go back into the charts and I just sell 20 to 30% of my total earnings. So let's say, I'm just gonna give you an example right now. So let's say right now, Yeti, we're at 20%, right? I'm gonna take $5,300 and I'm gonna multiply it times 20%, and that's how much I need to sell out of this stock, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
So your first entry, my bad, your first take profits is already gonna be a what? It's already gonna be a 1 to 3, my bad, a 3 to 1 risk to reward, and that's only your first. Then your second is gonna be at 30%. Let's say 30% is gonna be like around here. Then your third is gonna be 40. 40, let's say, could be here. Then it goes up in increments of 10%. Then it's 50. Then after that could be 60, 70. But I always do 20, 30, 40, and 50. And then after that, I usually take majority of my profits once we're like a 60, 70-ish. And it goes like that, bro. Because I'm telling you, this stock can easily blow up like that. And this is a prime example on how you can do that.
Crazy. Yeah, I see it, man. Because right here, last high broke through. Okay. And you went in. Yeah, I see the three entries. And like you said, you didn't. It didn't stop. So you sold at what 40?
Yeah, yeah. So, well, my last, bro, I'm telling you, bro, my last, believe it or not, bro, my last take profits was on this day, because at this point I was up so high that I sold my last profits when we were like on top of the 10 SMA. It was there.
Yeah.
So I think I sold like a good 20 or like 40% all the way at the top. I was like extremely high, bro, at this point. But Yeah, once I sold everything was on this day, not this day because we're still like not breaking under the 10. I was actually thinking of adding more, but since
Yeah.
of course the volume is not the best, I was just waiting for the next day. The next day, I actually sold it as soon as we closed it, and we closed it at 42.20, which it was like 20 minutes before the stock market closed. I sold everything, and yeah, so I sold there, and look what I told you. 9 times out of 10, the stock once we break the 10, we usually just go down. See that?
I see it.
Yeah, so that's one. And let me show you another one that it looks identical to this. And I'm telling you, I was making a shit ton of money, bro. At one point, I made like $4,000 in one singular day just with these two stocks.
Dang.
Yeah, it's iron. Look. So let me delete all of this. Bro, this stock, bro, I'm telling you, bro. This shit was on my watch list for like a good month and a half. And once we actually finally seen everything played out, I was like, no brainer, go in. And it's the same time frame when I went in on RGTI as well. So once again, bro, look, let me play it out on the exact same day as this one right here. This this day right here, this day. So once again, we made the huge move out to the top. Oh fuck. Huge move out to the top, as you can
Yeah,
see.
big bullish move.
Yeah. Then after that, the SMAs 10, 21, 15, 200, all stacked up, all on top of each other, as you can see. And the last thing is gonna be that we see volume, right? This day, I'm not gonna lie, this day the volume was already high enough, like around not even like 9 a.m. my time. We already had a shit ton of volume, right? So at this point, I already knew that this shit was gonna go high. And plus, we had this doji candle. I was looking, bro. This day I was actually thinking of going in because I was like, hey, Dutchy candle. Plus the volume is a little bit higher than the day before. It's not selling pressure. It's not buying pressure, but it's a Dutchy candle. That's somewhat bullish, somewhat not. But it's kind of like my strategy. I was thinking of going in this day, but I didn't. I went in this day, but I'm telling you, like after I think it was like 9 a.m. my time, bro, the volume was already higher than yesterday. So I was like, hey, fuck it. I went in. But look, and I put my stop all the way at the low of the day. Once again, same thing.
Low of the day.
Look, and then after that, what do you know? The same day, like a good 10%. Next day, another 10%. And I sold like a 20% around this. Fuck, let me just. I sold at 20% around here. I was already up 20% like there, right? So I sold a good amount there. And then, bro, and then look, and this is the good thing about the strategy. It's always gonna repeat itself every time as long as we have volume. Then when we got here at this point, I was up already like 50%, right? We came back here. I still remember because when we came right here, I was already up to 40%. We went from 50 to 40. But guess what? We broke the 10 during the midday. But then after that, bro, the buyers came in aggressively and we actually just ate it up, right? I did not go in this day because at this point, I wasn't able to allocate as much as money as I was thinking. And once again, I'm gonna show you exactly how I use the calculator, and it's gonna make sense. I went in the following day using the 1 minute rule, and you pretty much already know that, right? Do you know that?
Yeah,
Okay, the one
the
minute
1 minute
rule.
row.
Yeah.
So the 1 minute row is when you go in as the 1 minute row. I think I've heard it before.
No, I mean, bro, I literally explained it to you like 4 times already. Look, 1 minute rule is that the first. Well, I use the 1 minute.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, the
tell you
first break of candle.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the
yeah.
first break of candle.
As soon as we take over the first candlestick, that's when we actually. That's gonna be our first 1 minute, right? Now, my bad. So once again, I didn't go on this day because I wasn't able to allocate a lot of money. But I went in on this day using the 1 minute candle rule, which once again we get the 1 minute to form, and then after we take it over, after we actually have some volume and we actually take over the 1 minute high. At that point, we go in. So I'm telling you, this was my second entry right here. Boom. Because, bro, once again, the volume was there. Just look at this. At this point, I already knew that this show was going to blow. Because look at this volume, and that's about buying volume. Look at this hammer stick right here. I was like,
I see
okay,
it. I see it.
yeah. And then
And
when
then
we,
your lines of love. Yep.
yeah. And then we just kept going in. Look at this, look at this, look at this. And then once again, I finally just, of course, I took profits out here, out here, out here. But then we finally broke it on this day. September 17, that was the day when I say, yep, this is over. Boom. I just took profits on everything, just sold everything on this day once we actually closed under the 10. What happened? Just kid. Okay, so does it make sense for you now?
Yeah, man, it's making sense. It's making sense. So you could the bullish structure. Yeah, it's making a lot of sense. The 1 minute, I see how you're playing it out.
Yeah, so in this one, I was able to make 165% profit.
And while you're talking, I'm looking at the charts as well, and I'm looking at the examples you're giving me. Like I have
Yeah.
the Macy's up and everything, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
doing
dope,
it
bro.
myself.
Hell yeah,
So
dedicated.
yeah, that's why I'm not dozing off or anything, but I'm doing it while you're explaining it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm like,
damn,
okay,
dedicated,
yeah,
bro.
I see what he's talking about. Because like I do learn from like looking, but I'm like, all right, let me try, let me see what I'm doing. You know?
And you can
So
see
I'm
it
looking,
now.
and yeah, I can see it because I'm doing it as you're teaching me right now. I'm doing it as you can see. Look,
Hell yeah, that's what I'm
so
talking
I'm doing
about.
it as you're teaching me, and I'm like, okay, I see what he's talking about. I see the EMAs forming up. I see the breakup structure. I see the volume he's talking about because yeah, like on Mace Iron, I was looking at the volume and I was like, oh wow. So on 9-9, I saw that the volume actually was bigger than the day before. Okay, I see what he's talking about, and then I'm following along. The only question I have right now is so how do you use like a scanner or do
Yes.
you like
I'm gonna
yes
I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna show you everything, but before that, I want this to make sense before the scanner. Because if I just show you the scanner, I don't know. I just feel like for everything to make sense, we're gonna go into the charts and then I'll show you the scanner. But give me a
gotcha.
second. My cat is just look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
He wants to learn how to trade too.
Nah, bro. Bro. I'm telling you, this motherfucker eats, bro, the most expensive food, and he's always
Really, he
crying
bougie
because
like
he's.
that?
I'm telling you, bro, motherfucker eats, bro. He eats chicken, steak,
Oh
all of that.
man,
Look at him. Look at
probably
him.
he's better than me. You know the defect be having that rubber chicken.
Oh no, bro. Okay, go in, kid. Go. Look. So now that we have that, and we have that out of the way, and I'm telling you, bro, I even show you clear examples of the stocks that I went in today.
I
So
see that. Yeah, I see it, and I'm following you. And then, like when you told me mid caps and small caps, I was like, dang, I'm surprised. It shocked me when you don't trade like a big cap name. But then I'm looking at it right now, and I was like, it makes sense. I see why he waits for a bullish
yeah,
movement
yeah.
because he catches the he plays he you trade with the trend. I'm starting to see
Yes,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly that, bro. I'm telling you, nothing changes. Also, one thing, bro, look, APA, we went in today, bro. We went in today, just so you can see that the strategy
Oh
still
wow,
works.
APA.
Look, I'm not even gonna say anything. You can pretty much see how the
I
whole
see
strategy
it.
works.
So you went in on like you waited what? So on the 1st of December, it broke the last high. You got up to the 1 minute. Well, the day you saw the EMAs are stacked up right here. You got the 9 stacked, the 12, 21, and then you got the 100 stacked. And then I see that the volume was bigger than the day before.
Yeah,
So you went in 1 minute. So when you went in for the 1 minute, you you waited for the 1 minute candle right here.
yeah.
Right here. So
When?
that 1 minute candle, once it broke through that 1 minute candle, you went in right here, right?
Where?
I
Which
see on
day?
the 1 minute time frame.
Oh,
On
this
the
one?
1 minute time
Yeah,
frame.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Once that 1 minute broke,
yeah, so
yeah,
in reality, bro, you can use the 1 minute, but in this case it was a little bit different. Why? It's because, bro, look at this. It's because we have this level of structure, which is our ceiling,
oh,
which
you have
is
all that support up there.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's a big support.
we have resistance. You know, this is a level of resistance at
Yeah.
at 2580. So I could have waited for the 1 minute candle to close, right, and for us to take over, which in reality could have actually worked. But I was mainly looking at the resistance, and I was using those two levels as a level of confluence for me to go in. So the 1 minute candle could have worked. I'm not saying that it couldn't, but after we took over the The resistance line right here. Let me just switch it up as yellow. That's when we went in, as you can see. But I'm telling you, this shit. Look, this shit literally just flew in front of our eyes. I'm telling you, like we were so hyped after
I
that.
see the big bullish candle, man. That's just
Yeah,
huge, and it made a high of. Actually, it made that was it's a high
yeah.
off
Look at this.
all time high,
Yeah, look at this. We caught the whole movement, bro. Not just one, two, three, four candles. The whole thing.
and it was nothing with shares, right?
Now it's
Just
shares, it's
straight
shares, it's straight
shares.
shares, and we went in today on this one. Look, that's our stop. Now, also, let me show you, bro, just so you can see that that we're not playing. Look, I'll show you with timestamps and everything. Boom, right here. I said, look, right here. I said APA. We went in this. Oh no, this is after it just blew up. I said we went in this morning. But let me show you when I told him. I told him about APA. Uh, Macy's, CNTA, CTRI, Argent, Macy's, Argent. Although I guess I did not send him a screenshot, but I sent him a screenshot afterwards. But once again, you can pretty much see my portfolio. I'll show my portfolio.
I see it,
Yeah,
man.
I don't think I sent a screenshot because I just told him. But look, APA right here. APA so far 3% on the day, $121. Because I'm telling you, we didn't go in with a lot of size, but still, I'm telling you, bro, and it's only 3%. And we always cut it. Our first stream is always gonna be at 20%. So you do the math, we're gonna be up like at least $600, even more once we get to 20%, maybe 1,000. Now,
So you cut what? You cut 50% of what you put in, or you cut what? Like
no, I cut in from 20 to 30% once we hit 20%.
okay, so like 30% of 4,000 that you put in, you cut it just for the profit. Okay,
Yeah.
profit.
So just so you can see
Gotcha.
that we went into APA and we cut the whole movement. Give me 1 second. Let me just
Of
get this
course,
real
man.
quick.
Big.
Okay, my bad. Okay, so now let me show you the screener that we use, and it's gonna be I'm telling you as simple as possible. I could be using the screener on Thinkorswim.
The Screamer on Thinkorswim is really
It's
I'm not
ass,
gonna
bro.
say assy. It's very interesting. It's not the best screener for sure.
It's not, and that's why I don't like it, bro. Now, where's this at? Where's this at? Right here. Look, right here. This is the screener, and I even have it right bugged. Give me a second. What is it that I cannot plug it in? Okay, perfect. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So the screener right here is gonna be. I have it right here. So this is the screener, bro. As you can see, I have it named as movers. But all you gotta do is go into Trading View. If you
hmm
want, you can do it right now, bro.
I got you.
Yeah.
Here's you go to what screener,
Yeah.
Trading View. Where do you? I've never used the screener here on Trading View.
Yeah. All you gotta do is go into products and go into screener.
Products. Where is products at? Products. Trade pin interview. Calendar. Products. Gotcha. Screener. Ah, okay.
You got
That's
it.
pretty. I never noticed. I didn't know Trading View had a screener. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Now, good, bro. Now you're gonna add the following things. So go where it says change. You see right here. Let me just make this a little bit bigger.
Yes.
Go where it says change. On change, we want to make sure that we press that we want a stock that goes up 5%. The moves 5% or higher, because you do not want to be stuck on a slow stock whatsoever. So 5% is gonna be our pretty much our foundation. A stock has to move at least 5%.
Foundation 5% or above.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let me know once you're good with that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, next thing, and it's gonna be the best thing. It's gonna be market cap. we want to make sure that we have a 2 billion market cap to 10 billion market cap.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much mid to small stock. I can easily bump it up to 15. Should I? No, I think we're good for now. 2 billion to tell you. As of
Yeah, I
right now,
think that's
we're
good because it has once you go lower, the volume starts messing around. Like the
yeah.
wells come in and they mess up the volume.
Yeah, and once again, if it's not broken, why fix it? But yeah, I mean, I used to fuck around with. This is why I found this strategy, bro. Because back then I was actually doing small caps, and then I was doing like micro, then nano. But I felt like this was the best ones. So as of right now, bro, 2 billion all the way to 10 billion, bro, it works out perfectly. Now, last things is gonna be adding SMAs. So add the 10 S 10 21 15 200 and set it up below price. That is pretty much it, bro. And then after that, it's gonna throw you some stocks. And I'm telling you, bro, all you gotta do in the morning is just refresh it. I'll make sure that you save this as a screener, and in the morning, all you gotta do is just save it. My bad, refresh it, and then you're gonna see a bunch of stocks just popping up like this.
So you got price
Now,
above,
price. Let me see. Below price. It has to be below price.
low price, below price,
Yeah,
low
below
price.
price.
Okay. You have all four on there?
Yeah, all
10.
four. The 10, 21, 15, 200. So simple moving averages.
10. You said below price, right?
Yeah, below price.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And I see right here, it gives me a whole list.
Okay, so you got it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now you see this right here, right?
Yes.
Bro, look, this is everything that I do. In the morning, all I do is let me get my second chart. Where did I put it at? Right here. Okay, in the morning, bro, I'm telling you, all I do is I get my watch list and I go stock by stock. For example, this one I see CRL. I come here and I put CRL and I just go one by one. For example, this one is not the best, but I guess we got some volume, but the EMAs are all fucked up for now. For now, what you can do is you can easily just put on your watch list and go from there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's pretty
So
much what
you
I
go
do.
one by one.
Yeah, one by
So you
one.
go APA, APA. I have APA right here. It's the first one. You
There
have
you go.
PRL.
Yeah.
Okay, APA. Wow. Nice. It's on. I can. Charles. I can. Okay, I saw. I see the big move. Oh no, I'm on 15.
See him?
Yeah, I see it.
Bro, I'm telling you.
APA.
Yeah, that's bro. I'm telling you, that's it with the screener, bro. It's as simple as that. But motherfuckers just want to make it complicated. They want to add a bunch of time frames, supply and demand, fucking lines, trend lines, a bunch of indicators, and at the end of the day, you're just gonna get confused. You know,
Gotcha.
that's not how it works. Now look,
That's
next thing. And the most important thing, bro, without this, I'm pretty sure I'm telling you, you're gonna lose money, and I don't want you to lose money. It's gonna be the calculator. I'm gonna send you this calculator right now, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can use it. Uh, I send it to you. Now look, let me just show you exactly how you can use it. So for example, let's go back into APA just so you can see how you're gonna be able to risk not a lot of money and make a shit ton of money. So APA, right? Let's say we're looking at APA right now and it's breaking, right? So we got this one. As you can see right here, we are breaking the high. We're breaking this pretty much resistance line, right?
Yeah,
Now,
I see it.
yeah, now that you have that, you're gonna have to identify the low of the day, which I already have done it for you. Now it's 25.63, bro. With the calculator, bro, this is gonna blow your mind. Look, uh, what's your account size as of right now?
I could put in like $1,000. That's
Okay,
all I have.
okay, perfect. Okay, $1,000. Now, once again, this is how much you want to be risking depending on your account size. It's always going to be 0.5%. Nothing more, nothing less. But since you only have $1,000, bro, fuck it. I'd never do this, but bro, if you just bump it up to 1%, once again, nothing more than that. Because at the end of the day, you do not want to blow your account. So 1% of anything, 1.2, let's just say 1.2. For you, actually, for you, you can use 1.5, but you just got to know that you're actually putting a little bit more risk, but at the same time, it's going to be a little bit more back in your end, right? So, look, now what we're going to be doing is going to be putting your entry price. Let's say that your entry price is as soon as we break 25.82. So, we're going to put here 25.82. That's good. Okay, now your stop loss is gonna be all the way at the bottom, which is gonna be 25.63, bro. This is the same protocol that we always use before we enter any stock, 21.63, right?
21.63.
Well,
Yeah.
look, now look at this. We're gonna calculate it. Boom. Um, why does this? Oh, I put 10,000. Fuck, my bad. Okay, boom. So, bro, listen, listen. With your
$15.
with your account size, we can actually go and pretty much invest the whole thing, the whole $1,000. But in reality, that's not how it's gonna happen. Because at least from my end, I always like to put 0.5%. Let's say if we actually follow my strategies, 0.5%, bro. Okay, perfect. You can put in $333, and the moment that you buy with 13 shares, this is telling you to buy only 13 shares and 13 shares only. You shouldn't buy more or less. You're gonna buy 13 shares. You're only gonna be allocating 336 shares, and your maximum risk is only $5. Now, this is where everything's gonna play out really, really well. Look, $5, right? That's how much you're gonna be losing, right?
Yeah.
That's your max
Total
risk.
risk $5.
Yeah,
Wow, that's nothing, man.
I know, and then listen. That's why I'm so desensitized to whenever I lose, and I'm so desensitized whenever I win, bro. Listen, $5, right? So meaning that since the moment you enter right here. By the way, can you see my chart?
I see a chart. Yeah, I
Okay,
see it.
but the moment you enter right here, 25.82, your stop loss is gonna be at 25.63. This thing, if we ever come back down here and you hit your stop loss, you're only gonna be losing $5. Now, this is a good part, bro. Let me show you my calculator. The good part is that you are allocating $336, 336, fuck, 336. And remember what I told you, our first take profits is gonna be a what?
20%.
At 20%. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna
Yeah,
now
30%. Yeah.
yeah, now we're gonna do this $336 times 20%, because that's gonna be our first take profits, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means that at this point, you should have already made $67 on profit, which
Okay.
you only risk $5, right? Which is nothing.
That's good, man. That's a big. Yeah, that's big.
Okay,
Yeah, I
now
see.
but that's not it, bro. That's not it. So listen, now look, 336 plus, because that was your initial investment, plus 67, you now have $403. Now remember what I told you. We're gonna take uh 20 to 30% of this whole amount as profits. So we're gonna take 403 times 20%. Let's say 25, since you actually want to be a little bit more of
Aggressive.
conservative wise, because you actually want to make more money. 25%, bro. I'm telling you, you only risk $5 and you already took $100 profit.
See, that's a big risk to reward, man.
Bro, you see it, man. I'm telling you, everything is a calculator mathematical equation, bro. And I'm
And that's
telling
what
you,
I'm missing, man. Because I don't know how to like right here. This calculation. This is the risk to reward part where I'm like, oh, the risk management where I'm like always lacking. Like I try to do it all in my head.
nah, bro. I'm telling you, you cannot do that. You always got to have your
Yeah,
calculator to the
that's
side.
man. You know how when you start, you want to do everything on your own, man.
Yeah.
sucks.
And I'm telling you, bro, as in right now, bro, you only risk $5 and you made back $100 back. Now, this is the thing. This is the one thing, including with my whole strategy. I've been pretty much back testing it for the past 5 years. It's about to be six since 2020, and you see how much work and effort, like everything, pretty much goes on the back end for me to make $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, $1,500 a day, $500 a day. Like people don't know
Yes.
about this. People don't know about the calculation. Take 20%, 0.5. They don't know about none of this. And even if they did, they don't put the time and effort on actually creating a strategy. Besides you having a strategy behind the charts, you got to have a strategy behind the numbers that you're putting in. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
I
so
see. You know, I see the strategy part with the numbers because I see, man, like you calculated that so perfectly. The risk was like it's like your mind like so detached because the risk you have is like
it's
it's like
nothing.
it's nothing. Like I waste $5 a day on a coffee.
That's what I'm trying
You
to
know,
tell you, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like now, like this kind of like open up your mind into
I
like
see what you. Yeah, I see. No, I definitely see, man. Now I see like my mind. Now I see how you can hold because you're like, it is what it is. It's so much different from what I've been trading, man. Because man, like I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose $40. Like it's different.
Yeah, and this one,
You're scalping.
yeah, and you can see that. I'm telling you, it took me a lot of work and effort for me to put all of this together. And I'm telling you, I don't really mind on giving this to you because at the end of the day, I want you to be profitable because I know for a fact that you can become profitable. Now, the thing is that, bro, I'm telling you, as simple as that sound, you definitely also got to have now the next thing, which is going to be time behind the charts for you to see everything played out on real life, if that makes sense.
No, I makes sense, man. Definitely. That's literally what I'm gonna probably do this weekend. Is I'm gonna watch this video and I'm gonna just be on the charts. Really ain't much else to do, man. Because I just like I said, I've been looking for a strategy, man. And this one, like the way you set it up, it's like a guideline for me because I like I told you I've been hopping to supply and demand and support resistance, then the pattern breaks, and then I go into like scalping, and it's just like all over the place. And now that I have this right here, like step by step, I'm like, okay, now I can back test it, I can try it out, back test it again, try it out, look at the video, find the little things that I'm missing, and then back test it, try it again, until I like not perfect it, but like I can execute it without even like being worried. Like did I do it right?
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing, bro. I'm telling you that everything and anything, as long as you have the proper strategy and you have the main thing's gonna be the risk management, bro. Because once
Risk
again, with the
management.
proper strategy and the risk management, that's what pretty much made me profitable, at least for me, bro. So once again, I hope that I was able to be as transparent as possible, and I hope that
Nah,
this is
man, you helped me out
exactly,
a lot. I
yeah.
appreciate it, boss man.
Now it's good,
Definitely.
bro. And once again, I hope that you actually got what you wanted out of this call. Because I'm telling you, bro, this right here was not easy. I actually just sacrificed a shit ton of money of me trying to learn from the stock market and all of that. And yeah, and I pretty much just put everything together. And now this is the formula that I've been using to make money on the back end.
Gotcha. Nah, definitely. I appreciate it, man. You gave me like a clear like understanding of one strategy that I've been like, man, I've been looking for one strategy that I can follow like step by step for the past 3.5 years. Because it's different when you're on YouTube. Like they throw in like five other strategies, and like when you actually sit down and you explain one strategy and you show it and you show it